Hey, guess what day it is, everybody? It's Tuesday, and this is your favorite crypto trading show, Crypto and Coffee, with your trading bros. Hey, man, we called that move up yesterday, and it's been a nice one. Have we just peaked out? Are we going to keep pumping, or are we going to have some pullback and trap all those people that just jumped on that long? But so we're going to look at everything that we look at every day, and we're going to come up with our calls for this Tuesday. B. Wellington, what's up, man? How are you this morning?
What's going on, brother? How is everyone?
Hey, man, I just want to know, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Because I
Are
was
you ready?
born ready, mother.
Are
Boop.
you?
Need a
Oh, you
beat
self
button.
you self bleeped.
I self bleeped. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Because
was
I'm a
good. I
baller,
like
dude. Anyway, hey,
it.
man.
Here we go. Look, let's have a conversation. Ooh. So we talked about this yesterday. We had this you know, this rectangle was up here yesterday. So we've kind of moved into this area. The reason why I put this here is because we've got this imbalance in the chart, which is this wick that came up. This is on that Wednesday or Thursday when the Fed met. I think it was a Thursday. Uh, and so that was a big imbalance in the chart. Kind of knew we were going to come back up to it. We haven't quite reached up to it yet as far as fulfilling the entire
I'm on the
wick,
air, man.
but I would
Let me
imagine
get a,
that we get there.
let me get a sign, like, on the air, like they put on
It's
the
on
radio.
air.
Yeah.
Well, these are the problems with being a star. You know what I'm saying?
To our
So
7 subscribers.
there are 7 subscribers, yeah. But they're the originals, the OGs. So we've got this wick that came back. So I would anticipate we get all the way back up into this area, and then I'll also have this line at 1441, which kind of represents not only, I mean, we've got high ADR right here, but also this is kind of the last area I think took this off of a volume profile as well, and it's somewhat of a area of resistance, and so I would anticipate us at least getting up into these areas. As you can see, we've got the 800 that's coming back down. So unless we start getting some volume that really pumps us up into this 800, I would imagine that we probably get into this area, maybe stall, get back into the psychological high, which would come back and test that 200, and then I have an opportunity to move back up into this 800 if we are going to move back forward. We do have some low volume nodes here, so if we do come back down, basically retrace and then move back up, and I would imagine that last week's high would be pretty much in play as we get towards this 1441 area. You're going to want to see some vectors come in so that we kind of push through this area, really start to get some activity. So we'll see. As you can see, I mean, we had a ton of activity back here, but we'll have to see as far as getting back up. But 1441 is, I think, it's still a good target for this particular move. When it gets up there, I expect some type of retrace. If it is going to hold, then you're going to see some vectors coming back off of it and then move up into this 800, which would be this 1489 area. From that standpoint, if we
So,
look at it on
so you
a
don't think?
smaller
So you don't
time
think
frame,
we'll head straight up to that 800 and get rejected? You think we'll
I
kind of crash
mean,
somewhere in the middle?
not the reason why I would say no is because uh, they generally, when they get past these, they kind of move into this kind of this middle area. This is an area of kind of resistance, right? So I think you're
Sure.
naturally going to get a pullback, and we generally have a pullback first before we get up to this 800, and it could happen. I mean, that's just my opinion. That would be a pretty strong move for us to go straight up into it, but it's a possibility. I just think this area right here is going to act as some form of resistance, so we may have some pullback. I'm not saying we're going to pull back, not even almost to the daily open, but I would. Oh, what happened? But let's see. Let's see if we can reset the chart. Well, we lost our other indicators, but this is the most important one. So moving into this area, I think we're going to get probably back down into this area because generally you've got people that are starting to probably go long right up in this area. They've gotten this move, going long, so they've pretty much built their positions. So they're going to come out and take out those stops. So I'd imagine we probably get back down to this, maybe these 1350s, 1340 area, if we're going to come back down and then come back up. But we may move back up as well. So it's a possibility. Looking at Binance. Actually looking at the OI. So we've got OI here. We're back up to 5.2 billion. We've been kind of around that 5 billion, 5.2, 5.5. So this has been pretty steady. If we look at Binance in particular, we've got OI moving up with price, which generally indicates we got some longs are coming on board. We've got, spot that just kind of turned to the downside. So I would expect some type of movement to the downside, but I don't anticipate it hitting all the way down like I mentioned earlier. We've got ADX, and we've also got on balance volume that's pretty high up here before it's back up to these levels that, when we had that particular wick. So we could have, again, a move to the downside from that perspective as well. So if we look at the stock market, we looked at this kind of earlier. Dow futures were up, which we're not open yet. We still got some time. So Dow futures are still up. They are headed something. I think they're like at 350 this morning. They're at 265. So they're kind of coming down from that perspective, but still a good day relative to the futures. If we look at the economic calendar, which we tend to do, I mean, we looked at this yesterday. Not a lot going on. We got a lot of comments. They're coming out, 7:30, which I guess is now. Fed Jerome Powell speaking on digital finance. I'm sure we get some comments from that.
Oh, later. Yeah, that's happening this morning. I totally forgot about that.
Consumer confidence index, probably is the other large news that comes out today. I think home prices and all those, I think these are going to be anticipated pretty much. I mean, if this is a correct number, if this already has been published, negative 2.9. So price homes are coming down, but this is all anticipated. I mean, we've been getting housing number that's been negative for a minute. So we'll see what this consumer confidence index looks like. And then moving into Wednesday, we still got some more. Powell speaking a lot this week. So we'll have to see kind of what comes out from that. Real gross domestic product coming out on Thursday. And then PCE and core PCE, which is probably going to be the most important numbers we get all week. So
that'd be on Friday.
That'd be on Friday. That would be
my favorite day.
Your favorite.
Just day. So you guys know, we won't be here Friday. So
you'll be on the golf course.
No, man, I got invited to go shoot some skeet.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, all right. Well, let's check out and see what I got, and we will go from there. All right, so let's check this out. This is High Block Capital, and as you can see, let me just refresh this real quick. Oh. Uno momento. Okay. Okay, cool. So, this is a really good indication of what B. Wellington was talking about. So you can see here that we are positive. So yesterday when we started, we were pretty much balanced on the liquidation delta. We were slightly up, but not in a big way. But as you can see here, in just one day, we've been able to accumulate $8 billion of money on the market out here in the long. So, and we're getting really, counterbalanced on the long side. So a pullback definitely looks like it's on the inbound here in the short term. However, we may get all the way up to, it's not uncommon to get to 14, 15, 16 billion really quick just to get these people on board. So there may be a possibility of some more upward movement, just like B. Wellington mentioned, up there in that 1430, 1440 area before we had that pullback, just to really get a lot of money into the market. But we are starting to get some, some decent size long liquidations around 60 million. So are they going to pull back yet, or are they going to keep going? This doesn't quite give us enough information, but I think Bookmap probably will. So let's slide over to Bookmap real quick and see what that looks like. So as you can see, we're about 20 minutes prior to the open, and we got, we got heavy long-term liquidity that we're just playing ping pong with. We are testing the VWAP, and basically, guys, we got a lot of orders here. So if we break below this, 1375 area, go ahead and expect that we're going to probably come back down and just kind of range in, fill this area here that we moved through real fast, and then come back and probably start accumulating down here in this 1330, 1320, which is right around, isn't that the daily open?
Yeah, daily opens at like 1328.
So if we break past 1360, expect us to probably get back to the daily open. However, if we get a rejection and keep pumping, 1400 is the resistance area. So if we can get through 1400, expect higher prices. So that's kind of what Bookmap's showing us for right now. So it depends on, we always say, the first 30 minutes of the market is, it's usually set up as a trap, and we're about 20 minutes early right now. So we got to get, 40, 30 or 40 or 50 more minutes till we can get some certainty on price direction. So do pay attention to what happens when we get to those levels. But that's all I have for right now. But I will tell you this. I'm
What are you going to say?
Well, if I was going to call it, I'm going to say that we're probably going to retrace down to the daily open before we head up. So I'm calling bear today.
We're in agreement. I think we're coming back down for that retrace, just because we've had, longs get on board so quick with crypto.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, it just flips like a dime. So we'll see. But yeah, I think we retrace down probably to that daily open area, and then you'll have to see what happens there, if it moves back up or just ranges some more in that area. But all indications are that it's going to retrace and then come back up to the upside, probably retest that 800. Not retest, but test that 800.
Well, there you have it, folks. We break out from 1400, start jumping on those longs. But if we break down, 1375, go ahead and ride that short down to the daily open. Until next time.
Adios, my